teaching excellence coordinator along with her. I'm looking very forward to doing this program with you at Triton. I've done some workshops about it over the last year, and I think it really is a practice that's going to help us as instructors really be better for ourselves as well as our students. Angela?
Yeah. So my name is Angela Staunton. I'm faculty in the education department, as well as your coordinator alongside Gretchen. And then I also am involved in the school. I'm a part of the professional development committee here on campus. So you'll see me around helping out. And Gretchen did a great intro to kind of our goal for this session. And it's not going to be a ton of work. It's going to be actually really fun and I think really rewarding as a whole to kind of work with each other and kind of basically look at an old assignment that we have in our own individual classes and adapt it to make it basically in a way more user-friendly for our students and make it more equitable, more inclusive. So today we're going to just briefly, very briefly talk about what communities of practice are, what is TILT, the agenda for fall, and then at the end we want to make sure that we all can meet at the same time. So we have like a doodle poll for you to fill out your availability for our times together. Gretchen?
Oh, yeah, so if you want to go to the next slide, real quick, Angela. So if you're not familiar with what a community of practice is, basically it is when faculty gets together and we're going to share our ideas. And so Triton's never really had a community of practice, and so when Angela and I started talking about what we would like to bring to campus for our faculty, this was one of those practices or policies or events, I guess, that we wanted to really bring to our faculty. And what it is that we actually start learning from each other. We support each other, we learn from each other. The great thing is that, in the CTE, we can bring together all different types of disciplines from the college, and we all have our own ideas, experiences, talents. And then this community of practice will work together to formulate our assignments to become exactly what Angela was just saying, become more equitable, become more understandable, understood, I guess is the word, from our students. Angela?
Yeah. So I used to do community of practices I used to teach at the high school level, and sometimes a community of practice is more departmentalized, and the community of practice, you get to kind of choose what you're going to work on, right? So it's a little different here on our campus. We're all working on the TILT together, but we want to just make this like a workspace for all of us. So if we were following this to a T, these are kind of like the highlights of communities of practice. And it's not even anything that we have to worry about, but we thought we'd just kind of throw that in just in case you wanted to know a little bit more of it. So this was our flyer for TILT. Go ahead, Gretchen.
I can't really see it. I can't read it from here, Angela. But yeah, this was the flyer that we put out to people. Yes. We are looking for 10 people to begin with this program with us. This doodle poll that we are going to send out, we can, if you go back to your office, or if you have a friend or somebody else in a different department that you feel might be interested in coming along on this ride with us, please reach out to them. Again, we're going to meet 3 times this semester. It is a $200 compensation for completing the projects at the end of the semester, and I think that's it. But I do have so again, if you do have somebody that after hearing this, you're like, this is really actually going to be a cool program, help me better as an instructor, help my students, blah, 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 please reach out so we could send the doodle poll to that person, so we can get a total of 10. I think we have 6 right now, 5 or 6, right, Angela?
Yes.
What's your goal? What's your ideal number?
10.
10. Max of 10.
Okay.
Just to make it smaller.
What does TILT stand for? What's it?
Oh, great question. And there it is. The right? The transparency in learning and teaching. And there are so many facets of TILT, and this is the website. Actually, I'll just put it here. I think it's tilthighered.com. I'll put it on the board for all of you. And there are so many, like I said, so many different facets of TILT. We're really going to narrow our focus for the fall on tackling the assignments. And, you know, choosing, like I said, an assignment in your own discipline area, and then basically tailoring it so it's more transparent. So the way we can do that, what's our next slide? Let's see.
I think it's our friend.
Oh, that's okay. I thought, let me just see one more thing. Because I have, here's the TILT website. Yes, and then here is, those are the videos. I was going to show them the,
yeah, it's not there any longer. Is
it gone?
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what's gone?
The slide you're looking for.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, do you want to just talk about this slide?
Yeah. Yeah, so basically there's, when you go to that, there are videos that we're going to show along the way in our first session on what this means. But basically, when you go into a classroom, and everybody, I mean, we're in our first week. I am sure that everybody, raise their hands, I'm not there, I can't see, so Angela is, but how many of you have given an assignment already this, like in the last 2 weeks to your students?
Oh, yeah.
Please raise your hand.
Yeah.
Did everyone raise their hand?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And how many of you, after you gave the assignment, not right then and there, but along the way, got an email or a question in class, like you've given the assignment, you're thinking they're working on it, and it's due in like 2 days, and you just got an email from a student saying, I'm not understanding necessarily what you're really asking for, or like yesterday I got one from Mrs. Reyes. You said look at 3 companies and then research 2 other points about the chapter. Am I supposed to research the 3 companies that the chapter talked about, or am I supposed to talk about 3 companies that aren't included in the chapter? That was literally a quote-unquote email that I got from the student. That's what TILT is. TILT would be you looking at my assignment and saying, hey, wait a second, Gretchen, what are you asking? Are you asking the student to research 3 companies, then research topics in the chapter, or exactly what the student asked? Or am I looking at 3 companies that were in the chapter and you want me to research that? So again, what TILT is it's making it a transparent assignment so that when students are, you know, they're looking at your assignments, they're not coming back asking the question, or they're not turning in something where you're like, wait a second, that wasn't really what I was asking for, right? And then the student doesn't get a good grade because they really weren't following the instructions or the rubric, and you as the instructor are like, well, I have 25 students and 23 of them followed it correctly and 2 of them didn't. Well, the point of TILT is, how do we stop that from happening? How do we give out assignments or give out a rubric and the student from day 1 knows exactly what they're supposed to do? And what it does is it builds the confidence in our students for when they are doing assignments, so that when they do, you're not writing, hey, you didn't get this right, or you missed this part, or whatever. All the little caveats that we as instructors are looking for have now been given to our students in a very, I don't want to use the word elementary, but in a very simplistic or a better explained manner. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, in a transparent way, really. So in a way, in a transparent, sure, but in a transparent way as well.
Yes.
But Angela and Gretchen, one thing is that we can tell whatever we want the most transparent manner. But first of all, the student should be there. The student should be reading. Our students should not forget.
Yeah. Oh, I know, I get it, because even just today, for one of my online classes, I got an email. She goes, when is the test due? And I'm thinking, I'm going to email her back and I'm going to say, the calendar's outlined in our syllabus. The calendar, it has its own tab in our Blackboard shell. You shouldn't be emailing me that, you know?
That's right.
So, yeah.
From yesterday's session, the strategy for responding is that we have to be in a very diplomatic manner, saying that A, it is there already, but the problem generally that what we face is not from 100% students, only from the 2 or 3% of the students who are either not attending the class or not reading correctly. And there I don't know how TIL can help the students to properly follow. Of course, we can implement this. I say that now after a week or 2 weeks, if you submit an assignment, points will be deducted, certain percentage, set right from the beginning. But then the students say, I'm sorry, I was not there in that class.
Yeah. Well, I think once we kind of almost take like a task analysis approach to our assignments in a way where it's really specifically laid out, then there really shouldn't be any, room for error. Like Gretchen was saying, like the student shouldn't be asking us if it's really kind of outlining the TILT properties. And if you click on this link, these are the transparent methods that are part of this teaching and learning project, and we're going to focus on this first one. And it's defining the learning goals and designing a rationale for all of our assignments. So again, the way that it makes it very equitable is because now we're kind of putting them in the center stage. Why is this assignment valuable to you? How is it going to help you, whether it's further on in your studies or even in the real world? So that's kind of a part of it as well. Gretchen, I was just showing them, here, hold on.
You're good.
I was showing them this, this website here. So they're viewing that right now. Okay, so going back to our PowerPoint, we're actually almost done. All right, there we go. Go ahead, Gretchen.
So basically what we want to do is we want to, and Angela will click the Doodle Poll, and what we're going to do is make sure we have everybody's email today before you guys leave, as well as the people that were not able to attend, and we're going to send out an email this afternoon with this Doodle Poll link. And basically, Angela, if you don't mind clicking the link real quick, what you're going to see is it will take you straight to a Doodle Poll. We are looking at the last week of each month for this semester. So the last week of September, the last week of October, and the last week of November, and then December 1st. And so this is the last week of September, so we're looking at these days, and what we'd like you to do is please, and it goes through, so you look at September would be at 1 session, October is going to be session 2, and November and December 1st are going to be at session 3. And what we'd like you to do is check on the times that work for you. Like these are all the times that work for Angela and I. So we're good for any of these times. And what we're trying to do is figure out which of the 20th, 29th, and 30th of these, 8 times, which one works for the majority of the group. Because we know from some people that couldn't come today that like the 12:30, 1:30 hour, which we normally do these sessions at, but because this is a community of practice and we need to work more together and have everybody, you have to be at each of that, like at each one, to be able to be compensated at the end, as that we need to make sure that we're all together. So that's basically it. So this was our sort of our first run and go at it, to see if we can get everybody at least, on the same page once a month at the same time. So that email is going to go out to each of you this afternoon. We would like it back by Friday so that on Monday we can send out a welcome email to each of you, and then sort of detailing more specifically of what we will be asking for at our first meeting.
Okay.
All right. Any other?
And I
Any
promise I'll
other
be at the next one.
clarifying questions that you guys have?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I have, probably it's only a suggestion. For
Yeah.
example, for when the school publishes the semester, and the calendar will say that this is actually a drop-in date, last drop-in date, all these things appear on the calendar. Very similarly, when we submit an assignment, for example, assignment 1 today, whether the students can have a calendar, when you put the date, it automatically appears on the calendar, so that by looking at the calendar, they'll know that, oh, such and such day an assignment is due, such and such day is an assignment.
Blackboard does that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Blackboard. Is that what you're telling me?
But when we submit that, is it automatically coming on the Blackboard?
No, you
Yes.
have to do it through the Blackboard. If
Yeah.
you just email, you can't.
Do you want me to show you how to do it?
That we have to what I do is when on the assignment, I say the due date, that due date
Yeah.
on the assignment. But whether that due date automatically will reflect on the real calendar of the dates.
Yes, in a Blackboard, it does.
It does.
Is that?
But
Yeah,
you
but
have.
to put the assignment in a Blackboard, or you can go to the Blackboard calendar.
Angela, you want me to do it while I'm sitting here? I'll show them my.
Sure. Oh, you can hear them really well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Because, like, when I was listening to College Council yesterday, I couldn't hear the participants.
Oh, really?
It was bad. Yeah.
Oh.
Loud, that's maybe loud.
That is
Yeah.
weird. All right. So hold
Yeah.
on. I will open up you can see my screen, right?
No.
We can see the,
What can you see?
Oh,
Yeah,
now
now we
you
can.
Okay. So if I go to, I'm trying to think of a class where I have good calendar dates. So if I go into my class, and I'll do student view in a second, and I know I don't promote my calendar in my class, but I know Angela does. So hold on. Well, let me do it a different way. So if you want to show your I'll back it up a little. If you want to show your students their calendar, you have to go to tools up here, the plus. You want to do a tool link. I'm going to put in calendar.
I
Then
usually
I'm
put
come
the
down to
date
this
in
type.
front of it
Huh?
because, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to come down to this type calendar. I'm going to make it available to my users. And I'm going to hit submit. And so now you can see my calendar is down here at the bottom. I'll move it up so that my students, can see it and can use it. All right, so then now let's go to student view. So if I go to student view and I'm a student and I hit calendar, it's going to do it for me. There it goes.
Yeah, it'll populate.
Okay, so there it goes. So it will tell me, I want to do, I'm going to unselect all, and I'm just going to go to this specific class that I'm in right now. This one, what are we, fall of 2021, right? So for this specific class as a student, I want to know what classes or what things are due for this specific class. So here it tells me that yesterday I had my SMART book and my vocab pretest was due. Today at 11, homework number 1 was due. And then I have this extra credit assignment that's due tonight at midnight. And then I can see as a student that next week at 11:59, my chapter 2 is due and my pretest is due. And as I go through each month, that I can come up here and I can go through each month of my calendar as we move to September. Slow computer, sorry. There we go. If I go, again, unselecting all, going to this class, shoot, sorry guys. I'm going to this class, fall of 2021. Sorry, unselect all. This class, fall of 2021. Oh, it's still back in August. But anyway, the point is that it would tell the student everything. I don't know why I don't, so there, it tells the student all the assignments that they have that are due.
If I type it on the assignment, will it automatically come on the calendar?
So,
Yeah.
yes, under the assignments though here, and whatever you're gonna put in assignment, it immediately comes up here. That's how are all my assignments. And then the beauty about this is, I sometimes assign it and they are slower because I have to cover more than I thought I have to because they are stuck. I can go to calendar, drag that assignment to the next week to give them extra time, and it's gonna go to my assignments and gonna update within the assignments the new due date, gonna put it there.
Wow.
Yeah, so you don't need to
different.
go to assignments to put the new date. You can just drag the thing to the new date and it's gonna update it for you.
Wow, okay.
So that's a cool feature about, because yes, I cater my class to the knowledge that is general in a classroom. So sometimes I can go faster one semester.
Sure.
And sometimes I have to back it and do more groundwork. So then I preset it and then I'm like just dragging and giving them extra time.
Okay.
And then you can go to this calendar, like certain things when they have to withdraw and when they have to, last day of the 100% reimbursement, you can click on that calendar and manually put it in. So it doesn't need to be attached to the, it's like in a Google Calendar or in like Outlook calendar. You type it in, it's gonna type in, you can type in there. Mm-hmm.
This will happen only if you program the calendar, or is it automatically coming?
No, you have to
Program the calendar.
program of the school things. You have to pre-program. School doesn't feed you that.
Right. Or
So like school doesn't put the dates on your Blackboard calendar with the drop date.
yeah.
With-
Okay. Yeah.
You have
True.
to do it by
True.
yourself.
Okay.
And then I think what you can do, you can type it once and then choose all the courses you want this to show it. Because like you saw Gretchen,
Yeah.
she had, how many classes you really teaching? Like crazy amount, huh?
I have 2 late start online classes that start on Tuesday, and I'm working on them right now. So I have all the other years there, and I'm pulling.
Oh,
That's why
Yeah.
they're showing.
Yeah,
so
mine
you
does
can-
the same.
Yeah, so I have 2 classes, sometimes I have 3, sometimes I have 4, and I type it in one certain things like finals and stuff like that, and then I choose which calendars I want this to populate, and it's gonna go to all the calendars, but it's within the Blackboard.
I mean, all this time, I've never programmed the calendar on Blackboard. So that is something that from the tools you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tools.
So you know what
Yeah.
I would suggest, because I was as zero knowledge of the Blackboard, I still thought it would be black. And I used the chalk. So I joined the STE, the Center of Teaching Excellence workshop for Blackboard support. That was the best 45 minutes times 5 I spent.
Yeah.
And Justina Kotz, it's one of the moderators, and she is just giving you so many things you have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Justina, she's in our
Yeah.
department.
I go to
Yeah.
Justina because that's so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she and I are on the. She leads the OETC.
Yeah.
And that's And so we did them last year for sure. And I think it was good. Yeah. I think a lot of people got
Yeah.
a lot of help.
Yeah.
It was huge help.
All right. Any other questions about Tilt? And then if not, we look forward to. I'll send you the email and just very shortly we'll kind of work on it together. Fill out that doodle poll and then we'll be in contact.
Do you need our emails or you?
Yes.
Nope, I got it.
Okay,
Got 'em?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to meet everybody. We look
Yeah.
forward to working with you.
Yeah, thank you.
See, look. Thank you.
Woo!
Coach, so if you join those CTE
CTE.
workshops, that goes towards the
Okay.
other program we are with,
I'll call you.
and you can.
Yeah, that's
use
fine.
that
Yeah. Tell them for the CTE this year that Kevin's joining them.
As improvement.
Angela.
Okay.
Improvement.
All right. I've got a meeting at 2:45.
Okay.
So that can
Okay.
go to our group. But
All right.
I'm more than happy to sit with you and show you the few things you still have taught me, and